All right, let's go ahead and create a bat. Scene objects, sprite, bat. Create with Piskel. And clearly you know my art skills are not on point, so don't hate. Celebrate. And some vampire teeth. And then I'm just going to do 3. So my first one, I'll have the wings going up. Second one, I'll have wings going down. And the third one will have wings going all the way down. Should add some ears just for respect. All right. Oh, that didn't go well because I added the ears late. So no ears. Save it. Apply it. Now let's go ahead and bring in our bat. Ooh, I didn't loop it. All right, so what I want to do is I want to have the bat attack the pumpkin guy when it gets into a range. So let's go ahead and go to our untitled scene. And we're going to add a new event. Condition. Hero. Distance. So distance between two objects. And the other object is going to be the bat. And let's go ahead and make this 300 for now. It doesn't really matter. You can play around with it. Okay, so if the hero is in a distance of 300 from the bat, then what do we want to do? Move. Move object. Oh, add a force to move toward an object. Add force. So we're adding the force to force the bat to move towards the hero. So moving the bat towards the hero at a speed of, let's just say 200. And again, you can mess with that later. Preview. And we have the bat just chilling, no big deal. Everything is hunky-dory. Oh no! There it goes. Okay, so it's not doing anything right now, right? So let's go ahead and make it do something. So we're going to add a collision. Hero. Actually, no. Let's just copy this. Copy. Paste. Hero is falling. Hero is in collision with bat. Delete bat. And then we'll duplicate this one as well. Hero is in collision with bat. Change to untitled scene. All right, so we have our falling first, then our collision. Now let's check it out. There we go. Now let's try and see if he can get us. Yep, it works. All right, next thing let's go to our scene and create a new object. It's going to be a sprite. And let's call this blade. Create with Piskel. And with my superior art skills, I'm going to create a blade. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this would probably make it work better. Yeah, that's actually much better than I've ever done it before. That's not saying a lot, but it is what it is. Okay, so there's my blade. Save it. Apply it. And what I'm going to do is copy this and extend it out a little bit. And then I'm going to drop in my blade. Next, I'm going to create an arrow sprite. Call this arrow right. And create with Piskel. And I'm just going to create a simple arrow pointing to the right. This doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to hide it anyways. So don't sweat it if it's not perfect. Arrow right, apply. And I'm going to bring that arrow there. And then I'm going to create arrow left. And call this arrow left. Apply it. And drop it in. Okay, we're going to work on something new now. It's called external events. So let's click on this. And here we have external events. Apply it. And let's call this enemies. So what we're doing here is we're creating an event that can be linked to different scenes or different levels or whatever you want to call them. So this enemy will function throughout the entire game rather than just in this scene. Right, so I have an external event called enemies. And now let's double click it. And I want to choose the scene that this is connected to. So right now I'm going to connect to my untitled scene. Choose. And here we go. Add an event. If for some reason you didn't link it, all you have to do is click on this little arrow here and link external events. So now when I go in here, I'm going to click link external events. And here we go. add event. The condition is going to be if blade is in collision with arrow right. So blade collision arrow right. All right, this is where we do some fun math. So what we're going to do is change the variable, right? So the first variable is going to be the blade going one way. The second variable is going to be the blade going the other way. So I'm just going to add action, change, I'll actually type variable, and change variable value. And I'm just going to name it. Let's call it walking, so we can use it for a bunch of different things if we want. And I'm going to click to add it. And there it is. The walking is 0. Apply. And my value is 0. Okay. So if the blade hits the arrow right, so if the blade hits this arrow, it's going to change the variable to go this way. And when it hits this one, it's going to change the variable to go this way. So let's do this again. Blade, collision, arrow left this time. And we're going to change this variable of walking. So we're going to set it to 1. Right, so it hits the arrow right, it goes to 0. It hits the arrow left, it goes to 1. Now let's actually put in the force to make it do so. Oh, big mistake. We need to trigger once. We want to trigger once while true on all these. All right, so now it hits it once and it switches. Now let's go ahead and create a new event. Add condition. And now we're going to give our variable values. For walking, 0. So now we're saying when the variable for walking is 0, we're going to add the action. And we're going to add force to move towards an object just like we did with the bat. Let's go bat. Oh, no. Let's just go force. Okay. Add force to move towards an object. There's position. We don't want position. We want object. Okay. Add force to move towards an object. And we want the blade to go to arrow left. At a speed of, let's just say 100. Again, you can change this to whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So at 0, it's going to be moving left. When it hits arrow left, it's going to change the variable to 1. When it changes the variable to 1, we want it to do this again, but with 1 going to the right. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it, and change this from 0 to 1. Move blade towards arrow right. So now we have it all connected. So when it's force at 0, it's going to the left at a force of 100. It hits the arrow left. When it hits the arrow left, it changes the variable to 1. Variable 1 makes it move towards arrow right. When it hits right, it switches it to 0, so it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let's check it out. And it doesn't work. Why is that? I don't know. We'll have to check it out and see. Hold on. Alright, I see now why. So I don't have it, I still didn't connect it into my, I have my enemy's external event, right? But it's not connected. Oh, wait a second. I have to go in here. Now, link external events. See, I didn't put in here enemies. It was just blank. That's a mistake. All right, so now, legitimately, it is in here. Let me just clean this up because it's... All right, so now, legitimately, it's connected. So now let's preview it. And now we see the blades going back and forth. So that is good. Next, let's go ahead and add some rotation. Of the blade at 360. Okay. And do the same thing here. Let's preview it. There we go. All right. So we have the game going. The blade is there. Let's hide these arrows. So go back to our scene. And we're going to add something to our camera. New event. Action. Hide. And let's hide arrow right. And let's also hide arrow left. And then I'm going to move this into my camera. Now let's preview it. There we go. It looks more like a spider, but whatever. All right, let's make it dangerous. So we're going to go new event, hero, collision, blade. I'm just going to copy this, move it in here. So hero collides with the blade, it resets the scene. Let's preview. Oh, I don't have a way to get up there, do I? Can I make that jump? I cannot make that jump. Okay. There we go. Now let's preview. Works. All right. That's a good stopping point. So let's go ahead and stop.